It's Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Current blog post we want to share with you, of course, review the latest in social media and technology. This is a phone review we're doing. We have all the major phone carriers that send us phones, so be sure to tune in to the ChrisVossShow.com and our YouTube channel. This is going to be between the iPhone 5 from AT&T.com and from AT&T.com, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. So we're going to compete and pit these two against each other and see which one we like the best. We'll show you the camera work, we'll do some benchmarks, and fun is fun. So let's take a look at the Apple iPhone 5 as we get into this. Now, thanks to AT&T.com for providing the phones for us. The body on the iPhone 5 is, of course, in size 4.87 in height, 2.31 in width, and a 0.30 in thickness. On the Galaxy Note 2, we're looking at a height of 5.95 inches, 3.17 and 0.37 inches in thickness. You can see here, of course, the screen is much larger than the iPhone 5. Let's see, the weight of the design is 3.95 ounces on the iPhone 5, comparatively to 6.46 ounces on the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Now, the iPhone 5 is running off of Apple's iOS software, their OS, if you will. It's running off of 6.0. On the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, it's running off the latest version, 4.1.1 Jelly Bean from Android in the software. And both run extremely well with the given OSs that they're taking and doing. Now, let's take a look at the screen. The screen on the iPhone 5 is an LED backlit IPS TFT capacitive touchscreen with 16.7 million colors. Size is 640 by 1136 pixels, a 4-inch screen with a 326 ppi pixel density. On the Note 2, we're looking at a Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen, 16.7 million colors, 720 by 1280 pixels, a 5.5-inch screen with a 267 ppi pixel density, and Corning Gorilla Glass 2, which I believe is also, yes, on the, actually it's just Corning Gorilla Glass is what I've got here for the iPhone 5. Now, the iPhone 5 comes with 3 different versions of memory. You can get it in 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes of storage, and it has 1 gigabytes of RAM. If you take and go with the Galaxy Note 2, you're looking at micro SD that you can have in it up to 64 gigabytes. You can add on. Internally, it comes with 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes of storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM. On the camera eye that you're looking at for the iPhone 5, it's got an 8 megapixel camera, and it's got simultaneously video and image recording. It's 1080p, 30 frames per second in its recording, and on the front-facing camera, you look at 1.2 megapixels, 720p at 30 frames per second that it takes and has on that. On the Galaxy Note, you're looking at, on the back, 8 megapixel camera, and simultaneously, once again, HD video and image recording, 1080p at 30 frames per second, and the front-facing camera is a 1.9 megapixel camera. And let's take a look at what's inside the chipsets. The chipset is called an Apple A6 on the iPhone 5. It's got a dual-core 1.2 gigahertz. I've heard it called a 1.2, 1.3. It's kind of interesting how many different things are out there. GPU is called a PowerVR SGX 543 MP. 3 for triple core graphics, I should say. On the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, we're looking at an Exynos, I'm guessing on that word, 4412 quad. It has a quad core chip in it, which makes it very fast, 1.6 gigahertz Cortex 89 chip, and that helps make it super freaking fast. The battery on the iPhone 5 is a 1440 milliamp hour battery, and with the battery on the Galaxy Note 2, you're looking at a 3100 milliamp battery. So that is freaking huge, and double in the size of what you have with the iPhone 5. Okay, so let's take a look at both devices. On the Apple, of course, you just have a pretty simple menu format with the Apple. You have a home button that you can press to take you different places. You have a search area to go into search. You can create different folders if you want to house your stuff. Other than that, it's very simple. You can change the background and wallpaper if you want, but it's pretty stationary. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot that you can do with the iPhone 5 when it comes to customization like you can on the Android. You can tweet from here and Facebook from here and share it. They've got that integrated into the OS now, but there's a lot more you can do with the Galaxy Note 2 where you can share actually from apps and everything else. So it's a good system. It's got a drop-down menu. You can see here the notification menu. There's not many widgets you can put in here. It's kind of app-specific to a few different things and all that good stuff. Taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, you can see here we have what's called an infinite swipe, where it will continue to infinitely swipe through the menu, and you don't have to go back and forth, and you can of course hit the home button to come home if you so choose. You can see the apps that you have here. The great thing is that you can also, in being able to control this, you have the ability to make folders and everything else. You can add apps and widgets. You can also make live wallpapers, etc., etc. And it's very easy to take and do that by going into the widgets menu, and you can add different widgets to your menus. A lot of people like this feature on the Android product because it's more customizable. There's more customizable features in the settings menus than there are on the iOS device. So a lot of people tend to like that. You can see that the time weather widget here is up at the top. We've got notifications, much similar to the iPhone. I tend to like the notifications menu better because you have a quick edit here where you can quickly turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, screen rotation, do a few different things. You can of course share and all that good stuff. Now this has an NFC chip in it where this does not, so you have the NFC abilities with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and that makes a difference for some people where Apple has not embraced the NFC chip. So you have that to take a look at. Now across the top here we have the front-facing camera, we have the speaker for calling, and then we have a face sensor to see if you're close to the phone. We have a home button here, and this comes in two different colors. It comes in white and a black color. This comes in a few different colors. In fact, they just added some, so you'll excuse me if I don't know. I think we just have a pebble blue one or a steel one. There's a speaker on the top for making calls, some sensors here, and a front-facing camera. On the bottom we have a home button, and then we have a capacitive touchscreen for menu and back button that we have here. Let's flip the devices over so we can take a look at what's on the back. Now, the Galaxy Note, the feature of it is that it has a stylus to take and work with. So there's that element with the stylus. You can see here on the back of the iPhone we have two glass pieces and then a beautiful finished steel piece. We have a rear-facing camera, a microphone, and a flash lamp area, and that's pretty much it on the back. On the back of the Galaxy Note 2 we have a camera, we have your flash lamp, we have the speaker down here with the Galaxy Note thing. Now, the one other thing that we do have with the Galaxy Note 2 is we have a stylus feature, and you can use this stylus to pull it out, and of course you've got a bit of a mouse sort of thing here that you can touch on to take and activate different menu items on the Galaxy Note. This makes it so you can basically write on the device, as you can see there, and you can create different notes, draw, whatever the case may be you want to take and do. It's very smart too. When you get close to the screen, you can see a small dimple if you activate it on where you're going to be touching and everything else. I'm not sure if you're going to see that as we're trying to film that. My hand's much in the way, but you can kind of get an idea here. You can see we're also doing some racing, so you can use this as a note taker, as a drawer. If you're very artistic, this might appeal to you as something you can take and do. If you're a person who loves to write stuff, that can also make a difference for you. Now, one of the things I want to show you is this has a removable